Good evening, everyone. We are so grateful you are here. Today is Tuesday, January 27th, 2026. If you're joining us live, we're super grateful. And if you are watching the recording, you will be blessed tonight or whenever you watch this because this is going to be an amazing opportunity to hear Jeremiah and his story tonight. Tonight is going to be on babies, kids, and pets and how you can use doTERRA with all of those things and how it's safe and how you can feel secure within that choice. I get to share an experience that we talked about today with our niece, and it was just one more reason why I choose these products time and time again. So I'm going to share my screen. We have a couple slides. Otherwise, it's not going to be all slide driven. We really want to make this a more of a get to know us kind of personal testimonial from Jeremiah. He is 11 years old, so if you have questions, but he has been using doTERRA products since he was 2.5, and Levi has been using them since he was 8.5 months. So yeah, I guess you were 1.5. Sorry. All right, we will go ahead and forget how old my children are. How sad. All right.
Is that us?
Isn't that just the cutest little family there? All right. So this is Happy Healthy Babies, Kids, and Pets. And like I said, we're not going to make this strictly a slideshow presentation, but I do really have some important slides in here that Haley has designed that I absolutely love and that I think are very vital for this presentation. My most important one that I like to talk about is avoid those eyes, ears, and nose. And a lot of people will say, well, that's how I like to do it. But I really want you to just think about things that are going to be a little bit warmer. So we do have some warmer oils, cassia, cinnamon, thyme, clove. That does not mean that they need to be not used. That just means we need to dilute them. And we'll talk about dilution, and that's with coconut oil. We use a lot of coconut oil in this house. In fact, we carry one in our wrestling bag because it turns out anything that can be a little bit warmer, some kids that have never been around oils, you want to make sure you have that on hand because they think it's very foreign.
Yeah.
And then also those sensitivity oils. We're redheads, so we take it to a whole new level of photosensitivity. So when we're putting some of those citrus oils on, just make sure that you're covering up. I love my citrus oils, and so does he because they bring us up, right? They make us happy, but we need to make sure that we understand that they can be a little bit photosensitive with the sun. What I love about doTERRA is you can look on the side of that bottle and it is an absolute beautiful little fact of supplemental facts. And you know for a fact that not only is it 100% pure oil, but it's unadulterated. It is CPTG certified, pure tested grade. And if you see those supplemental facts, it is safe to take internally. So it is safe to use all three ways, which is absolutely mom approved, or I should say Sarah approved. All right. So my most why I really wanted to use some of these slides was the dilution guide. And please take screenshots. So if you have someone in your life that really needs this, please send this because dilution guide is so important. It's really important in our life, especially if you have pets. So we have a 5 milliliter bottle, we have the 10 milliliter bottle, but on the very far right, you'll see the age. So 0 to 12 months, 1 to 5, 6 to 11, and 12 to 17. And believe it or not, even as adults, we dilute. So if we're applying something to our back or to our knee, we want to make sure that it's localized. It doesn't mean that it's going to take the intensity out of it necessarily, but it's just going to make sure it stays in that spot. So if you love coconut oil and you love that you can use it in more ways than one, make sure you're putting it in the chat. I want to know. And what do you dilute? Do you dilute your rollers? What do you use coconut oil for in your life? Come on, little buddy. Go, go. Come on. Sometimes it likes me. The reflexology chart, this is super important with us, huh?
Yeah.
So we still use the reflexology of the foot, and please take a screenshot of this because this applies to adults as well. But I really, really want to hit on if there is an oil and you are very cautious and you're like, man, I'm just not sure this is safe, go to the foot. The foot is the most pore spot on our bodies, including babies. So we can hit anything through that foot. And this is how we started with the boys, specifically Levi, because of a tummy issue. And I'm just so grateful because here we started this doTERRA journey with a little baby that had the worst tummy ache, the worst tummy ache. And now we're using these solutions to save my son's face after a horrible accident. So when I talk about this at the very end, I'm very passionate about how we can address so many things from babies to kids to preteens to pets. This is there's never an end. So my husband says, it's an infinity. He says, doTERRA like an infinity. And I said, how do you figure? And he goes, because it's never ending. There's something for everything. And I just really liked that he said that. So if you're talking about sinuses and we have a little bit of that congestion going on, I want you to go to the tips of those baby toes. Go to those toes. We got head and teeth. So we have a little bit of a pressure, especially for dealing with ear pressure. It's going to be connected to that head and the sinuses every freaking time. So I want you to go to those sinus area, go to that big toe for the head and the teeth. And then we also, that chest area is right below. Something that we started with was that tummy ache for Levi. So he's 8.5 months. You guys can read through the lines. But what I'm saying is I addressed it through the foot because I didn't feel secure in my decision. And next thing I know, it's actually stopping his tummy ache. So we can address everything through the foot. So make sure you're taking a screenshot of this for yourself as well. So we're going to touch on the kids collection. Like I said, this isn't all going to be about slides, but I do want this as a reference for Jeremiah because he's going to be taking over from this point forward. I am going to be helping him because sometimes when we talk about the oils, he does get a little bit nervous, but I believe in him. All right, we're going to dive into this amazing kids collection. If you are on here, you're a mama, grandma, and you don't have the kids collection, I want you to put it in the chat because we're going to find you and you're going to get this kids collection for yourself, for a grandbaby, for your kiddos, because this has been a lifesaver for us. Our dogs even have their own little collection.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. We take this to wrestling and everybody finds me in the stands. Okay, so this is Tamer. This is one of mommy's favorites. So can you talk about Tamer, what you think it's for, and then I can help.
So I just use it when I'm trying to go to bed and I just can't. Uh, it helps uh tamer. It just
Your digestive?
yeah. It
It's okay. I can help you. It's okay. It's okay. I got you. So Tamer is the digestive blend. So this is huge. We put this around your lower belly and then inside your belly button. And that belly button is actually connected to the rest of your digestive system. Believe it or not, isn't God amazing for him to understand that we are still connected to the rest of us, even though we're not connected to our mom anymore. So Tamer is the digestive blend, and I use this, believe it or not, for motion sickness because it has spearmint in it. I absolutely love the smell of it. I had a friend, Mandy, actually, and she told me I could not get over some nausea. And I just didn't understand what was happening at that time. I was having a blockage. And so she said, why don't you grab the tamer? Nothing was working. And I grabbed the tamer, put it on my belly clockwise because the colon goes this way. So clockwise, if we're trying to slow things down, we're going too much, we need to go counterclockwise on our belly. And so tamer is huge for your digestive system. But ironically enough, it's also great for respiratory because it has that spearmint in it. Okay, what do you got?
So this is my absolute favorite. It's actually on my backpack, Thinker.
And your brothers, yep.
Uh, it just helps me think more clear. Like I don't want to punch someone. It helps me pay attention during class because sometimes I get sidetracked. Like it just helps me, yeah.
Stay focused. Yeah, so this is the focus blend. So Thinker is the focus blend. It also helps with anxiousness. So he's been really attracted to Thinker, and then he'll talk about his other favorite one that actually has helped him his most of his life. I'm going to be completely honest. Anxiety actually runs in the family, especially from his dad. And so this has been the dual combo for him for anxiousness. But what I love about this oil is it is actually the oil of alertness and focus, and it's not just for kiddos. This is what our dog is attracted to when she has to go work sheep. So it works for everybody. All right, Stronger. Stronger is actually in the house because we've been using it so much, specifically me. It's got frankincense and rose in it. It is the protective blend. And I want you to understand that Stronger is more than just the protective blend for immune. We put it on Levi's feet, on his shoes, on his wrestling shoes, and he swears it makes him stronger on the wrestling mat. So I want you to understand that when we're talking to kids, let them choose. Let them understand that they need to empower themselves. And if they're attracted to the word stronger or the word thinker or the word brave, they don't know why. Let them roll with it. Don't try to say, actually, I think this is what you need. Their bodies will tell them what they need. So, stronger is the oil of childhood protection. So, he feels protected. He feels stronger. He's ready for it. I love it for immune health. Jeremiah likes it when he's got a little bit of a scratchy
Yeah.
throat. He absolutely loves it. So, we go ear to ear underneath and then we go down, and he swears by it. All right, this is your favorite one. Take it away, my love.
So I also have this one on my backpack. So I was at school just a couple days ago. I'm just telling the story right now.
Oh, sorry.
And he was like, "What's that?" And I was like, "It's an oil." And he was like, "Uh, can I smell it?" And I was like, "Sure." So I let him smell it, and uh, he was happy the rest of the day. Like, yeah,
You shared it with your buddy.
yeah.
Yeah, and you couldn't believe how happy he was, huh?
hmm
Yeah. Can you tell him what the name is?
Brave.
Okay.
Uh, it just makes you happy and like that's what it just does to me.
Does it give you courage?
Not to me, but
Not anymore.
no.
Because you talked about it going on the bus when you were having a tough time when you shattered it. So this one is the same one. If you've been with us, he actually it shattered on his backpack and he was very, very devastated. And so it was interesting because I said, why is it such a devastation? Can we make something else? He said, no, you don't understand. It gives me courage. I feel better when I have it. I feel better. So what is the smell of that oil? So if they
Wild orange
don't have it.
orange.
Yeah, so it's citrus based. So it's going to give him that confidence and feel brave and that action. Like, I can do this. I believe in myself. I can do hard things. So if you feel that way, get brave. You don't have to have the entire collection, but I encourage you to get brave because I think we make things so complex. We don't think that this is for us. The kids collection is not just for kids. It's not just for babies. Calmer is also inside the house. It's actually on Levi's nightstand. So Calmer is the restful blend. But I do want to highlight if you have a little bit of a hyperactive child like me, it will actually help him. It doesn't go help him go to sleep. It helps him focus. It's the weirdest thing. Like we have a whole like sh thing happening, but because he's a little bit hyperactive and his brain works a little bit different, we have to pivot. And so we use a little bit. So to calm him, he gets citrus oils and he gets On Guard and citrus oils in his diffuser. Jeremiah is the opposite. He likes lavender, serenity, calmer, frankincense in his diffuser because it really does calm him down. So making sure that when you're looking at these kids' collection, you're like, well, it should be calming them down. Also identify what your child or what you may be going through at that time because we can actually overpower that oil for whatever reason is going on. So calmer is the oil of childhood inner peace. So that can mean you as well. So if your inner child is actually not at peace, that will help. I've been doing a lot of studying on these, and this is why it is so important to understand what is in the bottle and why they designed it the way they did. So calm and tranquil, I love this. But my most biggest thing for also for Levi is growing pains, ironically enough. We also love the oh my gosh, Sarah, Rescuer. We mix Rescuer and Calmer together for his, oh, if I'm glitching, I'm sorry, for his growing pains. So if he has any types of aches, that's what seems to be the ticket for Levi. So you can mix these. And like I said, I'm not going to use all of the slides because these are old, but I wanted some of these recipes. So Croup protocol, super, super important. Achy ear. This is actually a tried and true from this household. So basil, lemon, lavender, tea tree. Put it on a cotton ball. Just gently set it in their ear.
Yep.
You don't jam it in there. We have to tape it if it's Levi because he's crazy. And then you lay him on a heated water bottle or a
Heating pad.
heating pad. Yep. And then have him lay there for 10 to 15 minutes. Pull that out. If it's still a little bit achy, you're going to take the residual, go down the ear, and then do it again about 5 minutes later for about 10 minutes. And I am not kidding you. It will be gone. It will be gone. We have done it when he's gotten in the pool and the cotton ball came out soaking wet because it literally just sucked everything everything out. It is the coolest thing. So you can also make this in a roller. This is in our collection. So this doesn't just have the kids collection. We have other rollers in here that are tried and true because we want to be ready for anything that comes at us. Like these recipes, like I said, I'm not going to make this all about slides, but I wanted to show some of these tried and trues that are super important to me and my family. Take a quick screenshot. I'm just going to touch on these. If I need to go back, let me know. All good. I also wanted to touch on these. So we still like A to Z's. So Levi has a hard time swallowing pills and capsules. So we still use the A to Z's with Levi, and he really likes the VMG as well. The E Omegas. So Jeremiah swallows his, Levi pops his. So the E Omega Plus is our brand new-ish Omegas. They are absolutely amazing. If you are not popping at least one of these in your mouth, you're crazy. It is wild orange and it's so good. I love it so much. I swallow it. Levi doesn't. And that's it. They are so delightful. So make sure that you're getting those E omegas because that is huge for, we're talking eyes and brain, especially their nervous system. If you have a little bit of a hyperactive child, they better be taking these E omegas. It is so, so important for their brain. The A to Z's are their chewables, our kids' chewables. Love them. They have a little smiley face on them. They're also inside. And they have saved us because Levi was unable to take the Lifeline Vitality like Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Jeremiah likes the Lifeline Vitality. Levi now likes the A to Z's and the VMG. He really likes both of them together. There's no breaking in there. So make sure that you're pivoting with your child. So when people say, my kids don't like the taste of that, pivot. Find a way to get that into them because I make cookies with it. I make French toast. I make pancakes. So you can find a way to get these amazing products inside your kiddo. PB Assist, again, Levi cannot swallow pills. We have done everything, people. We have done everything. But he absolutely loves his PB Assist. He takes two. He's 100 pounds. That's what he's wrestling at anyway. So he takes two, the PB Assist. It's a pre and probiotic. What I love about this is the flavor. I put one in my electrolytes. If you guys are putting in your electrolytes, put it in the chat. I'm anxious to know who else does that because it's divine. I don't want the sugar, but I like a sweeter tasted drink. So I make my strawberry electrolytes, put a PB Assist in there. It is perfection. So this is another way to get that probiome gut health on point. So when we're talking about anybody that's having issues with their immune system or anything like that, remember, it's our second brain. So if it can't talk, we've got a problem communicating there. So you will consistently stay in fight or flight mode. We got to get you out of that. A couple recipes that we always like to use. On guard apples is a favorite in this house, specifically if we have peanut butter. So we love these recipes. Janet Rourke, I talk about her often. We're just touching on the pet stuff, and then I want Jeremiah to take the show. But I think this is super important to note that Janet Rourke not only is amazing, and Bobby and I got to talk to her backstage at Diamond, but she is genuine. Email her, she said. Get on her Facebook. She said, I do not need to make money off of you to help you with your pets because that is my passion. So make sure that you're reaching out to her, and she is amazing. She's got a book out. But these are the dilution charts similar to a baby for a dog or a cat. Yes, cats can have essential oils as long as they are 100% pure, unadulterated oils from doTERRA. And she will talk about that. She said, I will never, ever use any other oils on my animals. Top 10 oils for dogs. If you have a dog, I want you to take a screenshot of this. I'm not going to be going all over the recipes. But this is super important to me because if you have a dog, you need to be using them on your dogs. Our dogs get them, they get the omegas, everything. The only thing that they cannot have is our PB Assist because it has xylitol in it and they cannot process xylitol. So just make sure that you understand they cannot have that. Cat recipes. I love the litter box one, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
So they have a cat named Kevin William. He is a Maine Coon and he is 20 pounds and he is a disaster and I'm allergic to him. But that's besides the point. But we use the oils with this cat. And it is amazing because I don't ever have anyone, and he's not allowed in the house because I'm allergic, but he has his own little apartment, believe it or not. And you would never know that we have a cat. You cannot smell him, you cannot anything because we use the oils that Janet Rourke has recommended to me on Kevin William. Like I said, this is an old slide. Talk about rewards. So rewards, ignore the frankincense section, but rewards, I really wanted you to see if you're new with us, what you can get. I want you to talk to the person that invited you. Like I said, um, I'm just touching on it because rewards to me is so important because I have never ever seen a company in my entire life give you 30% back in points just for choosing you. Hey, good job for choosing you. Good job for choosing foundational health and good job for taking care of you. I would like to give you 30% back in points so that you can continue choosing you. Say, what? I've never heard of a company doing that. I go to Smith's grocery because we get fuel points. We don't get 30% back, people. We don't. So if you can tell me another company in the chat, I dare you, tell me and challenge me that there's another company out there that can beat doTERRA. There's not. So I encourage you, get on the rewards program because you get free gifts, you get free oils every single month before the 15th, and you earn back that percentage. Tell me something you guys like about rewards in the chat. Let's get that going. Give me your favorite thing. Refer a friend. I just talked to a gal today. Actually, I think she's on here. And I just want you to understand refer a friend doesn't mean you have to do what I do, which is amazing. So if you love to talk like this, come and join me because it's so much fun and I would not trade this life for anything. However, if you are not like that, you have a refer a friend link. The refer a friend link just populates every time you sign in. Copy the link and send it to a friend. Hey, I only want a deep blue. Cool. My friend Sarah's going to take care of you. My friend Bobby's going to take care of you. My friend Haley, my friend Leisha, whoever is invited you here, they will take care of them for you. But you get doTERRA cash just by sharing your favorite product. Even if it's one thing, even if it's the Serenity Stick, you're getting a kudos for referring that friend to us. So make sure that you're using that refer a friend. That doesn't mean you have to do what we do, but you also get a kudos and say good job. Stay connected. I think this is super important. I want you to text. If you have not, I want you to do it right now. Text class reminders, one word, to 534-429-5392 because it is absolutely amazing. And you get a text before class. So when you say, hey, I forgot to get on, I don't believe you because you got the text. This is super important to me because I believe continuing education is vital for you to continue learning because when you are not learning, you actually have stopped your body, like your brain has stopped. And I just did a little bit of research on people that are retired. My mom and I did. And people who have retired and not worked some way with their brain, they actually, this is the weirdest thing, they actually pass earlier. So make sure that you're moving your brain. So if coming to continue education is making your brain work, I'm helping you stay alive longer if you think about it that way. So please come to continue education every single Tuesday. It's free. You have no excuses to miss this. Plus, she's on a YouTube channel. Scan that QR code and you can still get connected with us. All right. Jeremiah is going to talk about real fast his journey. But I am also going to talk about Levi. So, anything I need to answer in the chat before we do go there, guys? No, I can look in a second. Okay, Jeremiah, can you talk about being in the hospital?
It was scary. All I
Okay.
wanted to do was get back to school.
Can you talk about what happened? So we're going to talk about emotions real fast, if everyone's okay with that, because I think it's important with babies and kids that we understand why these are important products and how we helped him overcome so many obstacles in just a short period.
So I was just golfing with my friends, Jet and my brother, and my friend was swinging and he missed the ball and did like this helicopter and hit my eyebrow. And my mom rushed me to the hospital and they were just going to stitch me up, but I said I wanted a CAT scan.
CT scan.
And I found out there an orbital skull fracture.
Open skull orbital fracture.
And so they life flighted me to Denver. children's medical, and
Had a team of 5 work on you.
yeah,
Yep. Do you want me to take over? You okay?
yeah.
You all right?
Uh-huh.
He tends to get he goes back down memory lane. We processed it today. It's okay if we talk about this. So he got sent to Children's on the helicopter. Luke and I met him there. I wasn't allowed on the helicopter. And he had a team of 5. He had a plastic surgeon, an eye surgeon. He had, help me out, retina specialist because his retina had been damaged. What else?
I don't know.
He had a team of 5. I'm drawing a blank. Neuro, and we had one more. And they all had decided that he needed emergency surgery. And so in this, and I'm just going to go through a nutshell, I just am so grateful we had these products because I was able to keep him calm. So we were putting oils on the back of his neck. I was putting him on his arm because I wasn't allowed to touch his head at that point yet because they hadn't made a decision what we were doing. We're going to fast forward. They finally admitted us because he had emergency surgery the next day, and I immediately started diffusing. So we started diffusing. Ironically enough, the BOGOs that week. That was the weirdest thing. So we started diffusing adaptive imbalance immediately. We're trying to calm that nervous system and his pain level. So I was diffusing deep blue. You can diffuse those. I had the kids' oils. I was putting Brave on his throat and making him take deep breaths, even though he was in excruciating pain. And they walked in, then I knew I was like, this is going to be bad for all of us. And they said, no, you clearly are keeping his heart rate down. This is incredible because usually their heart rate is absolutely escalated right now. So you're doing a great job. We want you to continue diffusing, continue applying oils. So we did that, and he had emergency surgery the next day with his plastic surgeon. It was about 3 hours long. Came out of it. We started doing the same thing. I said, can I start doing this? She goes, yes, please put your witchcraft on him. And it was the funniest joke. So, and it really was a light joke. She was just saying that because she thought she was funny. But she gave me permission to heal our child from the inside out. And from that day, we were putting frankincense stick, we were putting rose, we were putting stronger on his eye, and of course the castor oil. And then we were detoxing him through his belly button with the castor oil and the Revitazen. Do not be afraid of these products. These products will save someone. They will save someone. Whether it's your children, whether it's your baby, do not be afraid of these because they are completely safe. Now, I understand the hesitation. I was hesitant when I first started with Levi. I was like, okay, we're just going to go to the foot because this is so scary. I could hurt him for life. But in reality, the other things that you're probably going to choose will hurt him or hurt them long term. These are going to help. And what's great, I always like to teach that this is not going to have a side effect. These have side benefits. So I'm putting the stronger on him to help his healing because it's got frankincense and rose. And what did the stronger do for you emotionally?
Help me stop crying.
He felt safe. He felt safe. So emotionally, he felt safe just because I was putting stronger on him. So if we can help them emotionally as well, and I wish Diane was on here, but the emotional side, I don't think we think about specifically here in Wyoming that we just say pull your bootstraps up and keep moving forward. That is not reality. We need to teach them healthy coping skills, and healthy coping skills is stuff like this. Hey, we can do this, but let's process it together. Let's take a deep breath. Okay, how did that make you feel? Take a deep breath of your frankincense. All right, tell me more about that. So we can help them process this now. We can teach them healthy stuff now. They won't be so screwed up like the rest of us later and have boundary issues. So this is what I always talk about with babies and kids, even pets. We can really, really help them from the inside out. All right, so go ahead. So his surgery or the accident was November 16th. Come on. And he just got cleared from the retina specialist, and we're so excited. So he got cleared, and they said his retina has completely healed. And it's so beautiful. He has a plate and 4 screws. So he has a plate and 4 screws right there. And he is starting to see more clearly, and he is lifted. And it was completely down. And we have done nothing but doTERRA. Nothing. And so it's super exciting because I was not being, people were like, well, shouldn't you be doing what they're saying? Yeah, they told me to do this. So be an advocate for your own child, be an advocate for yourself, and choose you because you can have amazing results like this. You just have to believe in the product. If you believe in the product, It's proof, day in and day out. We are now putting Immortelle on him, along with castor oil, the frankincense stick. We have a little program going on here that he has helped me do. And it's been amazing to see. And he now has eyebrow hair. They said he wouldn't have eyebrow hair. They officially told us at the retina doctor, she said, I have not seen retina hair before 6 months. Or yeah, I have not seen eyebrow hair growing on top of the incision, and it's growing back. So what a beautiful blessing. So I'm just super, super grateful for these products day in and day out. And if you tell me in the chat something that it didn't work or help, challenge me right now. Challenge me because we have proof. Proof in the pudding, as my mom likes to say. So if you have questions, though, this is your time. I'm going to probably end the recording in a few, but I just wanted to reassure you that these products work. They are completely safe. This mommy uses them. I wish Kinsley was on here, but we do a Rooted Mamas now, and we talk about how they are safe. They are safe, and you can be confident that they will work, that they will not hurt your baby. And interestingly enough, this was funny. Someone talked about the other day, and Haley and I were talking that we actually are not using enough. I figured, oh, 1 drop will be enough. I actually was not ever using enough, but it was still doing the job. So don't be afraid of the amounts. And I think we make it too complex and we make it, how many drops do you put in your roller? How do you know? You just, you just go with it. You cannot mess it up. It's a little baby science experiment and it's not going to hurt you if you mess it up because you just make it a little bit different. It's super fun. Let me make sure I hit all the things and how we use it. So we use it day in and day out. Our entire family uses it day in and day out. We use all of the kids collection. We use all of these supplements. So we've had many ask, if I come into your home, is it really going to be on your counters? You're dang right it is. And anybody that comes into our home knows that. And they know this is what's going to happen. And I get to end with a funny story. We were at wrestling and a kid had a little bit of a headache, got body slammed. The mom said, "Hey, Sarah, do you have any Tylenol?"
Oh, got
And
Matt.
Matt returned, sorry. And they all laughed out loud, like so loud it was embarrassing. And I said, "No, no." And Levi looks at me and he goes, "Is Tylenol the red stuff?" Because that child has not gotten Tylenol. And so it was really funny because one, this mom asked the one person that probably would never have it. And two, my son didn't know what it was. So when you're giving him that foundation, now, in conjunction with that, does not mean they do not work together. God created both for a time and a place. So he created all these amazing natural things and he also created these. They can go in conjunction. So do not ever feel like you are failing as a mommy or as a grandma or as a foster mom because you have to use both at the same time. It's okay. But I really, really just want you to trust them because they will do their job. So you don't always need this product over here because they will do their job. All right. If you guys don't have any questions, I'm going to end the recording and we can ask questions after the recording. I'm super grateful you all came. I hope you benefited from this. And then I'm just going to make it, this is what the benefit of coming live is. You get to ask Jeremiah all the questions you want. All right. Thank you guys for coming. I'm going to end the recording. So hang on and you guys can ask all those questions.